Hello fam, welcome to the African Diaspora News Channel. I am Wongel Zelalem, bringing you this report. When we usually talk about our African leaders, it's not always in a good light, mostly in a bad light, and rightfully so. But there are a few instances they made us speechless, as well as the Western powers. It's nice for a change to see other nations just be quiet and being shocked that an African leader said that to you. I want you to watch these top 5 instances African leaders made the rest of the world speechless.
And now you get some people still saying, because we are white and you're black, we can't give you the honor of equality in the Security Council. Nonsense. That should stop. Mr. Bakimun, just tell them for the last time, just as a message that you have heard for the last time from here, that there should be real equality in the Security Council. We can't just be coming to the General Assembly to make empty, hollow speeches and go back home. Nobody takes care of all the concerns we express. No. And anyway, the headquarters is actually of the United Nations is misplaced. Where do you have most of the people? You have 1.2 million billion, 1.2 million people in India. 1.3 in China, and Africa, we are getting to nearly 1 billion also. Now put us together, just these 3, and then put those with the white faces and pink noses. Put them together as against us. How many are they, even man to a man? And do we allow that group should continue to harass us even in our independent countries? Regime change, Mugabe should not be there, we want someone else. The Creator was telling me the other day that he had been told that, oh no, your party, Chama cha Mapinduzi, had been in power for too long. You must now allow another party also to take over. Is that democracy? And that was coming from Europe. Tell them to shut their mouths.
Our perspective has not to be what the French taxpayer decides to do with whatever surpluses that they have in France. They're welcome. They're appreciated. Whatever interventions that the French taxpayer through their governments make to us are appreciated. We're not going to lick a gift horse in the mouth. But this continent, with all that has happened, is still today the repository of at least 30% of the most important minerals of the world. It's a continent of vast, arable and fertile lands. It has the youngest population of any of the continents in the world. So it has the energy and the dynamism. We have seen it. These young men who are showing so much resilience and ingenuity in crossing the Sahara, finding ways to go across with rickety boats across the Mediterranean to really, those energies, we want to have those energies working inside our countries. And we're going to have those energies working in our countries if we begin to build systems that tell the young people of our country that their hopes, their opportunity are right here with us. Migration and the movement of people is being presented in a manner which suggests that somehow it's a new phenomenon. There's nothing new about it. It's as old as man, the movement of people. And it has always been linked to the same thing. The failure of where you are to provide you with an opportunity, so you move somewhere else. Those of you who are familiar with 19th century European history would know that the biggest wave of immigration in 19th century Europe, the latter part of it, came from Ireland and from Italy. Waves upon waves, generations of Italians and the Irish people left their countries to seek the American paradise, largely because Ireland was not working, Italy was not working. Today, you don't hear it. Italian young people are in Italy. Irish young people are in Ireland. We want young Africans to stay in Africa. And how are they? And it means that we have to get away from this mindset of dependence, this mindset about what can France do for us. France will do whatever it needs to do for its own sake. And when those coincide with ours, tant mieux, as the French people say. But our main responsibility as leaders, as citizens, is what we need to do to grow our own countries.
My brothers and sisters and my children, let's not drop that ball. Let's come together and speak with one voice. Let's join our leaders in speaking with one voice. Let's let them know that the African diaspora are saying once and for all, enough is enough. No more shall we continue to be exploited.
That's right.
France can no longer take 500 billion out of Africa. Year in and year out.
No more.
By the time they finish investing that money, I calculated it, you are looking at over $40 trillion in any given year.
Yes.
And we just sit and watch it happen. I often say France is not stealing from us in broad daylight. You see, when you steal from somebody, you are respecting them. You are saying, I know if you catch me, you'll beat me up. So you do it when they're not at home. So you pickpocket when somebody is not looking. What France is doing is not even robbery. It's downright bullying. They're just saying, give me your money.
Yes.
Just give me your money.
Yep.
And if you don't give me your money, I'm going to kill you.
Yes.
It's just that simple. And then if you want just a little bit of some of your own money, you got to submit an application. And if approved, you get it as a loan.
Yes.
So you go from France having trillions of your own money, now you begin to owe them for borrowing your own money. I don't know about you young people. Now, if there's one thing that makes me sick, it is that. So I'm telling you right now, what's on the agenda, today is my last day, hallelujah. Beginning tomorrow, I'm going to begin to talk to the people who brought all these 80,000 signatures to say we must have a petition that says, France, get out of that pact for the continuation of colonization. France, we can no longer continue to just bully the Africans into giving you our money.
It's for the individual to decide whether he hates somebody or not.
Apartheid did not teach white people to hate black people. Is that what you are saying?
There was a doctrine, but it's not necessarily that everyone accepts the doctrine.
Did apartheid teach white people to hate black people?
I've given my answer.
But I'm asking a question. Did apartheid teach? It doesn't matter whether individuals decide to choose to accept the teachings or not. Did apartheid teach white people to hate black people?
No.
Apartheid didn't teach
Because
them.
there were many people that I knew as a child that did not hate people from the other color.
Apartheid taught white people to love black people. Is that what you are saying to me? That's why it was so nice, apartheid. That's why you joined the army.
No, that's not what I said.
The tragic situation of 1994
isn't considered even a violation of human rights. It has now gone into the background. Those who are responsible for it, those who are associated with it, are now talking about something else. According to them, the situation in Rwanda is that of human rights violation, even more than that tragic situation. I think that's what we are talking about. So,
well, just for example, there was an Amnesty International wrote a report in the lead up to the 2017 election that talks about opposition politicians, journalists, human rights defenders being jailed, physically attacked, even killed.
I think you're interested in
forced
just
into exile or silence. I'm just interested in your idea of that assessment of your country.
Raising your views to the audience so that you influence them by what
well, the
you're
European
asking.
Union sees itself very much as an
answers?
Exporter of human rights and a defender of human rights.
So why can't you let me answer this?
I'm very interested in
Otherwise,
your answer.
you are going to ask and then answer yourself.
I'm very
at the
interested
same
in
time.
your answer. I'm giving you some context on
But
why I'm asking.
You're asking and giving answer at the same time. So
please tell me, what do you make of this assessment?
I think it's just ridiculous because there is nothing like human rights minus these things we are talking about. What we are talking about in terms of development. These are human rights. Development, schools, education, health, and food security. And, you know, when you see now the level of poverty has decreased almost by 60%. So these people, these human beings with improved lives and participating in that themselves to improve their own lives, gets lost in what the whole list you've been spelling out as if, you know, what is in Rwanda is really hell. In fact, forgetting the hell that we have gone through, that we stood against and sorted out when you were there just talking about more or less nonsense. Because
do you reject the accusations, for example, from Amnesty International?
Absolute rubbish.
You reject
Rwanda
that?
is completely different from what it was 25 years ago. In fact, maybe you need to be looking around in Europe. You are violating people's rights. When we have this problem of people being bundled and sent back to sink in the Mediterranean and so on, and so many people being mistreated in your own countries, why don't you talk about your human rights and stop just offloading everything?
Well, this is a development conversation, so no, in the context of development.
You are not the one to determine what conversation or what points to raise in any conversation. You are asking questions, this is what I'm saying. You are asking questions and you are giving yourself answers. You really need to stop this superiority complex nonsense about human rights. You think you are the only ones who respect human rights, or others it's about violating human rights. No, we've fought for human rights and freedoms of our people much better and more than anyone, including you people who keep talking about this nonsense. Where we have taken our country from and where it is now speaks for itself. The rest of the stories just comes from this complex. You know, these two worlds where there are people who know everything about human rights and all kinds of things, and another world where people are just people who don't know. But these are our human rights. It's not, when we respect the things we respect in our countries, it's not for you, it's not for anybody else, it's for ourselves.
Is it not
so
a universal?
You don't sit there. Yes, it is universal, but you don't sit there. If it is universal and you believe it, then you don't become the judge yourself. You don't start telling the others what to do, what they should not to do, or that what they are doing is not to your satisfaction. Who are you?
Well, I'm not sure if we're talking about me personally.
Well, you are the one actually raising these questions. So I think you better interpret it properly so that it is well understood.
Okay.
I could see you asking questions in a manner that you want to influence the ones listening to us. But that's not correct.
Okay. Yeah. I'm raising it once again in the context of the United Nations Development Goals.
No, United Nations is us. You see, United Nations is not something alien somewhere else. Yeah. It's actually us. We participate
and the framework for this entire development.
And by the way, I had been leading the Millennium Development Goals before Sustainable Development Goals. I was the co-chair of that with other leaders and some of the leaders in Europe. So you don't turn around, it's like you want...
So you believe that there should be scrutiny on human rights in Europe, in Africa,
No,
in all
I believe
countries?
that you shouldn't be there belittling Africans or leaders of Africa who are trying to...
Oh no,
do
but
their
the
best.
conversation about migration is a real conversation about human rights. So you believe that there are valid human rights concerns to be taken into account in this conversation?
Even in Europe, not in Africa.
Not in Africa.
In Europe.
Welcome back. I hope you felt inspired. I hope you felt That is inspiring to watch, and it's not always yes sir, yes master. It's sometimes I will put you in your place. If you're not being truthful, it's not happening. As you saw, they articulated themselves very well. They didn't have to snap and, you know, throw in curse words or snap their necks to make a point. They did it very well. They represented us very well. And these are the things sometimes we don't hear enough. And when we do hear it, we need to appreciate it and tell them, well done, and we will follow. So this teaches the younger generation to respect ourselves, and when we respect ourselves, the other party respects us as well. I thought they stood their ground and they were speaking facts. What do you guys think? Which one was your favorite read? Let us know down below in the comment section. I am Wongel Zelalem bringing you this report. I will see you on the next one. Bye.